Items being presented in the YouTube video will be offered for sale on the website in the future. They are not for sale prior to this. Correspondence about buying items shown in the video will not be answered. Like this, everyone gets a fair chance of buying, and we keep the website updated with interesting items.
Hi guys, so here we are again, a new YouTube video. It's been a while, but anyway, we're back with a brand new video about Cena. As I've already mentioned in the past, Cena is probably the largest show in the world, not maybe the best show in the world, but definitely the largest show. 2 big halls full of militaria from all around the world. I was also happy to welcome my good friends Amanda and Dave from Empire's Past, who were also at my table. They had some, I gave them some place, and they also stalled out some of their wonderful stuff, and they helped me out to the table, so a lot of thanks for your support as well. So people come from America as well to this show, from all around the world. It's definitely worth a visit if you come from overseas. Cena is located in the beginning of the Ardennes. It's only 45 minutes to Bastogne. You can visit the museums there as well. Me, myself, I took my American friends to the Panther tank, which is only, I think, nine minutes away from the Cena show, and we took the Kubelwagen there, which was also nice, and some of those pictures are in the end of this video, so you can look at it as well. So definitely worth a visit, even if you come from anywhere in the planet to visit the big Cena show. It's a must-do if you're a militaria collector. So I got some nice new items for the website. Of course, they will be for sale on the website in a certain point in time. Please don't ask me if they are for sale already. The answer is simply no. They have to be on the website first, and then everybody has a fair chance of buying it in the future. To start with a nice themed-based article. So this is an original, because these are heavily faked as well. A recruitment poster for as you can see, the Wallonia or Wallonie Legion. Of course, this was led by Léon de Grelle, and it's a typical recruitment poster of the Wallonie, as it says here, SS Division Blindée, dus Armored Division Wallonie. Original printed poster, always made by this manufacturer here, which was in Antwerp. Anvers is the French word for Antwerp, and an original poster on the typical very thin paper. You can see it's a bit ripped here in the front. We have to be very, very careful with it, and it has, of course, like all these original posters, a bit of tape on the back, but it's an original one. The paper of these original ones is very, very thin compared to modern reproductions, and you can also see a bit of the print tab bleeding through with these original posters. So a very nice and original item. I already have one in my personal collection, so this one will be for sale in the future. I will put it gently here so it doesn't get damaged. Then this was actually the first stuff I got. This was on my way to Cena. It was a collector who lived in between our shop in Zulte and Cena, which is about an hour drive, just before Brussels, and he wanted to consign some items with us. So, you know, we also consign items of your collection if you want to sell something. All the conditions are on the website. Let's see what we have here, and that even didn't unpack it yet. So here we have a NSDAP service award, single mounted ribbon, which is always nice to see, an original one, beautiful condition. Then we have, I won't unpack this is not so special. It's a Mother Cross in bronze with the miniature and the award envelope, and even the nice brush here with the ribbon, and these are always maker marked on the back as well. So this is just a nice set. Then this is, of course, the better work. It's an SS Soldbuch. I haven't done the research yet, but we will do so in the future, but I will show you already. It's beautiful because it has an original SS picture inside with the uniform, which is always more special than just the soldier in civil clothing. Then all the divisions where he was in are neatly described here, and of course it goes on with all the information. was not a very special pass, but it's an original SS Soldbuch, which is always nice. And we will do some more of investigation about it when we post it on the website. Then here is a triangle for a DRK, so the Deutsches Rotes Kreuz, Red Cross uniform, and it has the initials of the owner or owneress, I don't know what it's, the woman maybe, and it has these press buttons, which is nice. They could remove this from the jackets to wash them, and this is just a nice and neat piece, Bevo-made example. Here we have also a nice item, a German Cross in gold cloth version, sorry, it should be like this with a date on the bottom. Textbook example, you can see the original backing paper still present as well. It has been uniform removed, you can see the small stitches here, and the back color is actually dark blue in my opinion, and because I'm wearing black, so if we put it on here, you might see it a little bit better, the contrast. And dark blue, which means Kriegsmarine officer cloth version cross. And then something very special, and maybe for some people popular, for other people not popular, but it's a part of history. This is actually a complete paper nachlass or grouping, paper grouping of a German civilian, but as we can see here already, this is the Kennkarte, so the ID card, and it has a big J on it, which is for a Jew. Unfortunately, the picture here is missing, and it's actually for Schwed Ruth Sabine, so it's a woman. And there's also a travel pass with it. So these documents also come with it. It's one paper grouping of the same person here. And we have the Reisepass also there, and we can also see here, typical for these is the J stamp in them. This one dated 1938. We can see here the woman in question, and she actually got a visa approved for traveling in and out of the country. And here as well, the visa is approved, which maybe, I don't know, saved her life because she could have traveled outside of Germany. So we haven't done any of the research yet, but it's of course a very special piece of history, a well-preserved document grouping. So gently put it in the folder again. So some consignments, I put this in a separate box. Then moving on, some nice uniforms. So here we have, I found this at the show, a beautiful M42 tunic. M42 is still, it has the folded or scalloped pocket flap here, but doesn't have the flap here anymore. That's typical for an M42, and it has 6 buttons. This one has the original applied in Cena, so the original collar tabs. If you fold them around here, you can see the original stitching, and it's nice to see. You see this is part of the stitching of the construction of the collar, and the thread of the collar tab goes underneath. So this was already applied before the jacket was finished. By that you already know it's original applied, and same goes for the eagle. It's machine applied, as you can see, zip and flip, machine applied on the top, then they flipped it over, and if you open it, no evidence of eagles being machine applied through the lining, so it's an original applied jacket. This jacket has not been heavily worn in my opinion. These are probably some blood stains here, but we can still see here, these are factory markings, tailor markings from the factory. So this jacket was never actually washed, I think. It was only minimal worn, maybe until he was wounded here. And on the other side here shows this is the first aid pocket, first bandages go in there. And here are the maker mark is an RBN number, which was introduced in 1943, and you can also see here E.43. E is for the city of Erfurt, I believe. Is it an F F would make it, it's difficult, it's an E or an F for Frankfurt. And then the date, of course, is more important. The date is 1943. And then we have the middle one, 92 is the chest size. I could say that everything above 90 is actually good for a mannequin. So 92 is certainly a good size for a mannequin or to dress it up. And then the shoulder boards here, these are original on the tunic as well, I believe. I will just gently try to open them here. You can see original shoulder boards. This white stripe is just pieces of cloth, they leftover pieces, and they used it always to finish the back of shoulder boards. And the light blue piping is for transport troops, Nachschub, and yeah, just actually a rare branch to find in shoulder boards. So very honest, light worn tunic with some blood staining. People sometimes love that. I'll just put this here. Then I got this mountain trooper wind jacket, so with a double row of buttons, typical, only issued for mountain troopers. I honestly believe these are one of the most beautiful jackets. They wore them above the field blouse, so they had the field blouse, what we have here, underneath this, and this was the wind jacket, waterproof wind jacket, of course, for mountain climbing and extreme conditions. And then when we open it here, it's also nicely marked, dated 1941, and I believe underneath this is a unit marking, but I can't really, as you can see, read the unit marking. But it's complete with all the buttons, no holes, just light worn condition. A long time ago since I had one of these jackets. They're quite hard to find in good condition, actually. Moving on with something big, so I can fill the table. So here we have just a honest late war oak pattern SS Zeldbahn, so the typical SS colors. We have the fall and the spring side. The colors are still in decent condition. Most buttons are there. It's just an honest, light worn Zeldbahn, but yeah, you know how hard these are getting lately. So happy to have obtained that at the show. Goes there. And then here we have a beautiful crusher cap, early visor, so with a leather bill, so it could be folded like this. Very early, you can see the insignia are still M43 pattern with the brown gray backing, original machine applied insignia. And then we have dark green piping, which is for administration. It doesn't have any mod holes besides a small one here on top. But if we fold underneath, it's just in very good solid condition, light worn. Then the inside as well, we can see it's an artificial leather sweatband with, it's actually cloth and then some leather, something coating on top of it. It has been nicely worn, not damaged. We can see here the maker mark. And then of course this is very nice. Diplomaat-ingenieur Otto Meggendorfer, which is an engineer, must have been a very smart guy, which probably why he was ended up in the German administration rather than on the front field. And then his name, of course, Rech would be, I think, for Reginald Baurat. So a named cap. The maker mark is there. A beautiful, beautiful early crusher visor cap, alter art visor cap. Then we have some smalls here. This is a nice Flemish Hitler Youth belt buckle. So quite hard to find, actually. A typical collaboration item. So the Hitler Youth had also installed their organization here in Flanders, and dus the local kids here could join them, and this was actually how the buckle looked, with the typical triangle, which is for the, of course, Belgian collaboration. This is also pretty neat and hard to find. It's an original strip of, actually, I will take the visor here as well, cocardus for the crusher caps. This is the M33 pattern. You can see the gray-green backing, and this is the M38 type with the dark green backing. It's a whole strip, uncut, and quite hard to find original ones of these, actually, so I was happy to obtain that. And here's an early SS sleeve eagle, early type, not the Dachau made or late war RGM types you see, but an early one. It has been uniformly removed. You can still see the zigzag stitching here on top of my finger, but it's well preserved in very good condition. And then here we have a typical SS Bevo collar tab, so late war SS collar tab textbook example. Shows the typical buckram backing and was probably, I believe, glued in maybe a photo album or something after the war, hence the little pieces of glue on the back, but the front looks very nice. You can see it's a bit off center, but of course these were late war made pieces, and sometimes you can see them in all sort of degrees on angles because it had to go fast at the end of the war. Then here's, people won't like it when I say it, I know that from the comments, but anyhow, I'm still a collector myself, a heavy collector as well, and I collect mountain troop stuff. And this is beautiful, so hard to find mountain cap, textbook mountain cap, Edelweiss on the side, and then we have the M40 T pattern eagle on the front with the typical wooden buttons and original vent holes. And then if you look inside, typical for these is the leather sweatband and the grey-blue liner inside. This is just a top shelf example, big size, 58 as well, always difficult to find. And just look at the condition, it's a beautiful, beautiful piece for my own collection. I'm very sorry to everybody who's watching, but this one will stay with me. Was very happy to obtain that. I had to pay some money for it though, but yeah. What else can I show you? Oh, this was just not German, but American Ike jacket. This apparently just came from the veteran. I believe, oh, here it is. His garrison cap is still there as well. It's nice. It's a British-made cap because we can see the arrow here, made in 1944. And if you open the tunic, oh sorry, there's a label here, but there's also a label inside of the tunic. So this is an Ike jacket, they call it like this, and it's you can always, it's quite easy to find, but it's always nice when it has some provenance on it. And here we can see in the inner pocket, we can see the manufacturer date, which is December 14, 1944. So it's been constructed in the war. And of course, the nice thing here is it comes with a bunch of photographs of the owner. So it came from the veteran himself, and I believe he was, where is his sleeve patch? Oh, let me just do this. So he was here in the Air Force. You can see here as well, so the patch here as well of the Air Force, and some photos of him probably in Europe here visiting while he was there. So here, I believe the jacket should be maybe his jacket is here on the photo as well. I still have to look it out, but it came from the veteran like this with all the paperwork. So yeah, just a nice, complete piece of history, even with the ribbon bar still attached. A marksman, yep, very nice, complete Ike jacket. Then moving on to German stuff again. This is a beautiful textbook, Afrika Korps or Tropical Luftwaffe side cap. It has a typical Luftwaffe eagle and cocarde on the front, hand applied as it should be, and then maker marked. These are always, well, 9 out of 10 you find, they have this maker mark of Berolina, which is a Berlin factory, and then dated in 1942. It's a mint example. You often find this in very good condition. This must have been a stock that was not used until the end of the war, and then a lot of collectors found this. And now you find them often for sale, but still quite hard to find. Then here we have an SS vest. This is a green example, the field example. It's quite hard to find. It still has the original applied eagle and skull on the front. Unfortunately, it's missing the tassel, and inside as well the sweatband is gone, but yeah, it's still a green fez, and yeah, you know how hard these are to find. So, and yeah, you know already maybe how expensive just the insignia are. So this is quite a unique piece still to find. Let me see what else I can show you. Oh, this is a nice piece. Well, I didn't got this at the Cena show, but actually my friends from America brought it over for me. I got it in the States about a few weeks ago, and they were so kind to bring it over so it wouldn't get lost in the mail. It's such a special helmet. This helmet was actually recently found in a farm in the United States, so which makes it more special. It has not been in a real collection before, and it's going straight to my collection. It's a 100% original NSKK helmet. So if we look a bit closer, we can see this beautiful decal. This is was probably a Luftwaffe helmet, as most of these are, and the Luftwaffe decal was factory removed, and they put an NSKK decal right up there. And typical for these decals is this orange patina, because they put the decal on there and then they put a lacquer on top, and you can still see the eye of the head here, and the tip of the wing was not lacquered, and that's why it's still silver, and the rest is toned because of the lacquer that has this toning after the age. But you can see the helmet is just in extraordinary condition. It's probably never issued or hardly issued. Inside is beautiful. This wear you see on the liner edge, it's typical for helmets sourced from America because of the climate there. The leather gets a bit drier, and then it's like this. It's not really wear, because I honestly believe the helmet was only lightly worn. You can see a little bit of the darker leather on there, but yeah, it's just a beautiful example. I'm sorry again, but for my own collection. But happy that my friends took it over, and now I have it here safely and didn't get lost in the mail. Then I got two nice SS helmets at the show. Let's start with the first one. So here we go. This is a beautiful textbook SS helmet. If you look in the back first, we see the markings, the rear markings here, and probably, well, there we go. This is the manufacturer mark, which is an EF helmet, and an EF helmet could have had two decals. First of all, the EF had their own decals, but they also used the ET pattern decal. So this is the typical ET pattern decal. On the side here, textbook example, these block-shaped SS runes. And the nice thing is, I also got an EF helmet, same type of helmet, so marked here again by EF, and this one has the typical EF rune. So these are very sharp, so if you put them a bit next to each other, you can see the difference. This is an EF pattern rune, and the other one is an ET rune. So yeah, two very nice helmets. And if you look inside this helmet here, in the liner, it's still marked as well and named. It says here SS, and then yeah, it's named, and yeah, we have to look a bit close to it, but it's really named to the guy who wore it. Original chin strap is there. Liner is a bit damaged, but yeah, it's just beautiful. I just see there's a customer in the shop, so I will press pause for a minute and help the customer, and I'll be back in a few minutes. So that was a customer. As you know, we also have a shop here, only on appointment, but you're always more than welcome to visit the shop. Just give us an email or a WhatsApp message, or just call me, make an appointment, and then you're always welcome to see everything here in the shop, including my own collection. And I'm happy to give some advice or whatever you need, but always welcome in the shop. That being said, let's move on with a bit of more helmets I got at the show. This is just honest M40 helmet. The decal is damaged a bit on the side. An early M40 army helmet, but the nice thing here is it's named and it has a field post number in the back. And I'm gonna, of course, run this in the database of the field post numbers and see what it brings. Maybe maybe it was in Normandy, but probably not, but you never know. Then here is a Luftschutzhelmet helmet. Now you can see here, of course, the main thing, which is the swastika, is damaged. But I bought this helmet because it's a very special example. This is not a normal gladiator helmet. This is a flat rim gladiator. It's very, they call it flat rim. It has a flat rim. It's a one-piece helmet. It's a very, very rare helmet to find if you're looking for civil helmets. This design, extremely hard to find. Often I had them in the past with a police decal on the front, which is probably for Austrian Luftschutz. This is the normal Luftschutz decal, and it's the first time I've seen this configuration actually. Of course, the liner also pretty worn, but a very nice flat rim gladiator helmet, which is quite hard to find. Then something American again. This is just a nice, I believe, minty paratrooper liner, original straps, and then of course maker marked in the dome of the helmet. I don't know if you can get the camera there, right over there. Yeah, well, it's there. Maybe get some more light on it. Yeah, the Westinghouse manufactured liner, just a beautiful helmet liner, and of course it has the typical markings here on the back as well. Textbook late war liner for a paratrooper helmet, but are quite hard to find these days. And then I've got a late war no decal reissued M18 helmet, so no decals anymore. Still has the liner in there, but just, yeah, these were the helmets worn at the end of the war. Whatever they had, they reissued again and again and again. This helmet maybe had 3 or 4 lives already, World War I, then post World War I, maybe it was reissued again in 1933 with decals on the side, and then it was reissued again. You know, they never threw anything away, and this is a typical example of a late war German helmet. Yeah, just they used everything they had until it had bullet holes inside. And then here we have, this is also a consignment, but just a nice plain Jane M42 steel helmet, big size, original chin strap still attached, no decal, but look just how honest and untouched this helmet is. It's maker marked, let me just, it's a CKL marked helmet, lot number in the back as well, and it's named as well to, let me see, it's in pencil, H. Schmidt, I think, yeah, and just with the original chin strap attached. They marked as well on the tip. Just an honest M42 helmet, but it's very hard to find these helmets in this condition with the strap and everything still attached, with no fake decals stuck on the side, and that's why these are, I believe, very beautiful late war helmets, as they wore here in our regions in 1944 here in Belgium, France, Battle of the Bulge. This was the helmet they were issued. Just a plain Jane like this. These were worn by SS troops, army troops, Luftwaffe troops, whatever. They just had a standard helmet at the end of the war, and so that's also nice. You can use it for any kind of display. And the last helmet is actually just the same one, but this is a late war example by EF. And the nice thing is, with these late war shells, they did whatever with the ventilation holes. So see how close this is to the split pins, and then the other side is further away from the split pin, you see. So these were off center, and it's typical feature for these EF made helmets. I think EF still, they didn't do their best as much as the CKL or Quist factory did. So original helmet as well, original installed pigskin liner, chin strap is there as well, just an untouched M42 steel helmet, just the same as this one, but from another manufacturer. Oh, and this is just, yeah, the last thing. The pouches, I believe, is post-war, but this is a monocular, quite hard to find, Dienstglas, German monocular, and then maker marked RTN, a very good condition, and just let me, yeah, works perfectly, very sharp lens as well. So it's quite hard to find a monocular like this. And yeah, the case probably was made post-war, but yeah, very nice thing to have. So that was about everything I got in Cena, some in consignment, some I bought, and most of it, besides the beautiful mountain cap and the NSKK helmet, will be for sale soon on the website. Then, of course, what else do I have to say? Oh yes, Cena is just a great place to find stuff. Of course, I run my table and I don't have a lot of time to run around in the hall, which means I have to divide myself in 3 people. But I intend to stay much more at the table because it's nice to see all the customers there who also are there, of course, to have a little chat with me, and I like to take the time for that. And because of that, we also had incredible sales this year. So we sold a lot of nice items. That some items were on the website for a longer time, and then I'm always open for an offer as well. Sold a nice SS jacket on the show, and I had some very, very happy customers again. Returning customers coming back to the table. So next time in the Consignment show, come and see me, come and say hi. If you have a question, you're always welcome to reach out. So thanks again for watching the video. Don't forget to maybe leave a comment and like it. Then we reach more people all over the world. And don't forget to subscribe on the channel if you want to see more of this as well. Thanks again, and see you in the next video.